I invite you to be seated. In the name of all that is holy and sacred, we offer our prayers of gratitude and ask for blessings on all who have made this day possible, this dream real. We thank you for these families who have sacrificed and given so much for this moment in the lives of these students. And we thank you for the faculty, administrators, and staff for their rich contribution to the learning experience. And now we ask for your blessings on this special moment as we celebrate these graduate students, the class of 2025. Amen. And now it's my honor to introduce Rebecca Aguirre-Rios, who will deliver the land acknowledgement on behalf of the La Jolla Band of Lucisinho Indians and Torres Martinez Wahia Indians. Rebecca.
Miaquen, Natu, Rebecca, Nahan, Wasik, Salcom, Nelson Agari Rios Mendoza, Nahen Payom Kowicham Kowia. I stand here in deep gratitude, acknowledging that the land beneath our feet has been the homeland of the Yahavitam, people of the Pines, Seminole Nation, people who have cared for this earth, Demal, and this waterfall, and the sky since the beginning of time. To the original people of this land, I offer my respect for your wisdom, your strength, and your resilience. I honor the ancestors who have walked this path long before me, and I give thanks to the earth that holds us all, Achama. As I receive my degree today, I carry not only my own journey, but the hopes, the prayers, and the voices of those who came before me, those whose knowledge, tradition, language, and songs have survived through genocide. We are still here. Knowledge is power, but it is medicine, and its preservation is only possible through sharing. As a Native person, I do not take this moment lightly. I recognize my responsibility to carry and speak the truth, to uplift my community, and to represent my people with pride, integrity, and love. This degree is not mine. It is a tribute to my family, my ancestors, and to every Native student who dreams of walking this path. May we continue to learn, teach, and protect together. Tamet and Pa'a, Mommy loves you. Achama.
Good afternoon. I'm Krista Newkirk, President of the University of Redlands, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, I welcome you to the 2025 Graduate Ceremony. This year's ceremony is especially meaningful as it marks the first time we are celebrating all of our graduate students from the School of Business and Society, the School of Education, and the College of Arts and Sciences together in one shared ceremony. What a powerful way to honor the incredible work, passion, and dedication that each of you brought to your studies. This new tradition reflects the unity of our purpose and the strength of the Redlands community, and we are thrilled to celebrate this milestone with each of you. To begin, I'd like to recognize some of the incredible individuals who are joining us today. First, I'd like to extend my appreciation and welcome to the members of our Board of Trustees who have joined us. Trustees, would you please stand? Next, please join me in thanking our outstanding faculty. They have mentored, challenged, cheered on, and occasionally granted you those much-needed extensions, right? Faculty, please stand so we can recognize you. To all of our active duty and military veterans among us today, we invite you to stand as well. We thank you for your service and commitment to our country. And today we are especially honored to welcome our commencement speaker, Stephen Jones, Redlands class of 2000, who will give our commencement address and receive an honorary doctorate in humane letters. As global chairman and CEO of Allied Universal, Mr. Jones leads the world's top security and facility services provider, operating in 100 countries and serving over 400 Fortune 500 companies. He is a respected industry leader and media contributor, and we are honored to have him here today. And finally, to all the families, parents, and supporters who have been the foundation of these graduates' success. Your encouragement, sacrifices, and unwavering belief in them have helped them make today possible. Graduates, can we give them a big round of applause? Now to you, our graduates. Today is not the end of a chapter, it's the culmination of something far greater. Each of you made the bold decision to pursue advanced education, to deepen your knowledge, challenge yourselves, and expand your impact. And many of you did so while balancing full-time jobs, raising families, or stepping into new career paths. You pressed forward with focus, resilience, and purpose. But it's not just that you finished, it's how you did it and why you chose to begin. The beloved 13th century Persian poet Rumi said it this way: everyone has been made for some particular work, and the desire for that work has been put into their heart. I would suggest that each of you is here today because through discernment, perseverance, and a lot of hard work, you have discovered your purpose in life and you followed your heart to achieve it. Graduates of the School of Education, where are you? You have committed yourselves to creating classrooms and communities where every learner is seen, valued, and empowered. You are advocates for your students and champions for systemic change. Whether you're preparing to lead schools, counsel young people, or shape policy, you are carrying a vision of opportunity in a time when education is too often under-resourced, underappreciated, or even politicized. You are choosing to be a force of clarity, of purpose, care of students, and courage. We are so proud of you. Graduates of our School of Business and Society, where are you? There you are. You've chosen a path that recognizes leadership is not just about profit, it's about purpose. You've studied the fundamentals of business through a human-centered lens, one that values ethics, sustainability, and the long-term health of communities and organizations. In an age that urgently needs innovative, responsible, and purpose-driven leadership, you are the ones redefining what success looks like. You are the future of ethical business, and we need your voice in the boardroom. All right, our graduates of College of Arts and Sciences, where are you? You've pursued knowledge across disciplines, fueling creativity, inquiry, and critical thinking. Whether your work has been rooted in science, the humanities, or the arts, your contributions add beauty, insight, and much-needed context to a world that often seeks quick answers. You remind us that thoughtful progress depends on curiosity, empathy, imagination, and critical analysis, and that every responsible solution begins with a thoughtful question. Collectively, you are all receiving a degree, but I think more importantly, you are accepting a calling to lead with integrity, teach with compassion, innovate with purpose, advocate for justice, and make decisions not just because they're easy, but because they're right. As I was looking back through my notes from the year many of you began your graduate studies, I was struck by just how much has happened at the U of R since then. That year, we proudly received our first grant as a Hispanic serving institution. It was a meaningful milestone in our continued efforts to serve and support our diverse student body. We've expanded our presence throughout California, finalizing a merger with the San Francisco-based Presidio Graduate School and preparing for the upcoming merger with Woodbury University in Los Angeles. Here on the Redlands campus, we now have our very own train station with direct access to Aero Rail Line and Metrolink, making our campus more connected than ever. We launched a major solar energy project, which will provide more than 30% of our campus energy needs. We joined more than 500 universities across the world for a global climate-focused teach-in. We welcomed our first esports athletics, embracing a new kind of competition community, and perhaps most notably, or at least most joyfully, we introduced our 8th mascot, George Willis, who's already making quite an impression on campus, and whose Instagram following far surpasses mine. What began that year was a wave of change and recommitment to innovation and community. And now, looking at you, I see that momentum has carried us forward. You are the embodiment of what we hoped for then: curious, courageous, and compassionate leaders who are ready to shape the future. And we've seen those qualities of courage, compassion, community, not just in the classroom, but in how you've responded to the world around you. This academic year, the line fire burned just east of us, affecting many of our neighbors in Highland and prompting us to reevaluate what it means to be a supportive community. When fires broke out in Los Angeles, our campus opened its doors to displaced students in Cal Arts, an act of solidarity that reminded us that being a bulldog means showing up for others, even when they're not part of your cohort, your class, or your university. And when tragedy struck closer to home, when a classmate's life was taken suddenly, you showed up for each other in the most profound ways. You gathered in grief, leaned on one another, and honored their memory with compassion and care. The spirit of unity is what defines this graduating class. These weren't just isolated events. They were moments that revealed who we are and who you are at your core. So as you step forward into whatever comes next, a new job, a new classroom, a promotion, or even a well-earned break, know this: you carry with you not just knowledge, but a legacy, a Redlands legacy. It is one that calls on you to ask better questions, act with integrity, and leave every space better than you found it. We believe in you, we are inspired by you, and we are cheering for you every step of the way. Congratulations, class of 2025. It's now my honor to introduce Jim Ashby, Chair of the University's Board of Trustees.
Well, good evening, graduates. It is a deep honor to stand here at this place that shaped me, the campus where ideas run free, where debates are welcomed, and where the world's complexities are never shied away from, but explored with courage and curiosity. You graduated into a world that feels at times like it's pulling itself apart. The national discourse has become more about volume and value, it seems, more about division than discussion. Washington, D.C., the epicenter of our democracy, often reflects this dysfunction all too clearly. And yet, I believe this moment, as frustrating as it may be at times, presents an opportunity to reground to the very principles our founders held dear: civil discourse, personal liberty, checks and balances, and a government truly by and for the people. Our founders believed that a healthy republic thrives on disagreement, so long as that disagreement is rooted in mutual respect and a shared commitment to the common good. Somewhere along the way, we've lost that, but it's not gone forever, and that's where you come in. The world doesn't need more cynics. It doesn't need more bystanders. It needs citizens who are brave enough to step up, to speak across lines of differences, and lead with both principle and humility and kindness. You don't need to run for office to change the world, although I hope some of you do, but you do need to engage, listen, learn, disagree kindly, speak truth kindly and boldly. This generation, your generation, is not doomed to inherit a broken system. You are positioned to reimagine it, to rebuild it, to remind our country what it actually means to be free, to be self-governing, and to be united, not by its sameness, but by shared purpose. And so I leave you with this challenge: wherever you go from here, be the person in the room that makes space for hard conversations. Be the one who raises your hand when others stay silent. Be the one, even when it's uncomfortable, who chooses integrity over the path of ease. Our world needs a new chapter. It needs your voice, your courage, and your conviction. So go, participate, question, be civil, and lead as only you can. So I say to you, on behalf of my colleagues on the Board of Trustees at the University of Redlands, congratulations, class of 2025. And now it's my pleasure to introduce your class speaker, an inspiring voice for her peers, and a dedicated advocate for student success, Master of Arts in Higher Education and Student Affairs graduate student, Maribel Cruz.
Hisa. Pariuji, Virishtakwali, Intelaya, Maribel. I proudly introduce myself to you in my native culture, Zapotec. I'm a Mesoamerican first-generation college student, graduate student at that. My people's name is Via, the cloud people from Islan, Zipalola Ala, Mexico. I give thanks and honor the lands of the Serrano, Morongo, and Cahuilla on which our graduation is being held. As we celebrate our educational journeys, I am proud to say I am a product of community college. Woo! This allowed me to transfer and research, earning my bachelor's degree at UCR. In my academic journey pursuing higher education, my husband introduced me to the beautiful Redlands campus. I then met with Dr. Adriana Alvarado, a Chicana scholar professor, who encouraged me to enroll in higher education and student affairs HISA master's program, where I became a first-generation graduate student. I am honored to say I have gained colleagues and friends from our Masters in Teaching and Learning, school counseling, and other programs the School of Education offers. I consider all the graduates here today esteemed colleagues and friends, ready to make a difference in this complicated yet beautiful world. Today, I stand before leaders of change. We are a Hispanic-serving institution, ensuring that Latinx voices are heard and valued. Thanks to an HSI weekend retreat, I bonded with Barbara Leon Carrillo, a School of Business graduate, with the common goal to complete our graduate programs. Bringing us here today a celebrar la clase de 2025, porque sí se puede. Yeah. As future educators, I thank those before me who protested in the civil rights era to open up a space for brown students like me to receive a graduate education. As a young child of immigrant parents, I fell in love with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech. I remember hugging my MLK book as I felt happy to be one of the children that he spoke about in his I Have a Dream speech. I now know what I felt, inclusivity. Reflecting on little Mari, I honor my young self and I celebrate in ceremony. Decolonizing and resistance represent intersectionalities in my identity. As educators and student professionals, we play a vital role in preparing the next generation of members of society as we protect the dreamers and the doers. The Black Power movement sparked the Chicano movement, which plays a valuable role in my passion for social justice and my critical understanding of the disparities and silos that exist in institutions. As we witness history repeating itself, I am grateful to the scholars whose pedagogy has encouraged me with powerful literature, providing an epistemology and ethnographic lens to analyze devised ideologies. We are privileged to have been guided and mentored by our professors who followed through on walking the talk, encouraging open dialogue, critical thinking, and the importance of sharing our stories. One of the most significant things I have learned is that reflecting on self-care is vital. As we recognize the tools we carry, not just for survival, but to uplift and protect those we serve. As the University of Redlands faculty has taught me, I'm very grateful, faculty, thank you. What makes the class of 2025 extremely special is how vibrant we are. We are an inclusive group representing a spectrum of cultures, backgrounds, and experiences. Our accomplishments are commensurate with the education we have received while here at the University of Redlands. We can go further and accomplish more after today. We are proud Bulldogs and represent a legacy of prestige, committed to educational justice, inclusivity, diversity, and equity. The study away trips to Cuba by Dean Shiraz for our future teachers, the MCPT courses in Guatemala with Dr. Conroy Reynolds, enrich the cultural experiences crucial to understanding the student populations we serve. The class of 2025 is expanding the wave for the next century of Bulldog educators and student professionals. The School of Business and Society graduate programs produce future global organizational and marketing strategies, applying critical financial structures in a fast-growing analytical fields. The University of Redlands graduate students advance their methods and research as innovative leaders in this technological, fast-paced world. The College of Arts and Science, the School of Business and Society, and the School of Education, including international students, attend evening courses. Many work full-time, have families, are caretakers to little ones, and at times find themselves in what is described as the graduate sandwich, which means you are also responsible for taking care of your elders. As graduate students, it takes hard work to be here. We joyfully celebrate our academic journeys together in ceremony. The University of Redlands has certainly produced strong ethical leaders. As graduate students, we have been encouraged by this great institution's lessons that we must carry forward in the work we do and how we lead. However, we couldn't have accomplished all this without the unwavering support of our family, familia, friends, colleagues, mentors, faculty, and those who have served and continue to serve this great nation, like my son, Joseph, and all those in our communities who have been there for us. The support is invaluable. Let us take a collective breath to honor and acknowledge our ancestors who have sacrificed so we can be here today. And it's a windy day, so I know we can do it. May we never forget where they came from, where we come from, and to continue the movement. Class of 2025 and distinguished guests, let's give a tremendous round of applause as we celebrate and honor the academic journey it took to be here and the bright opportunities of a prosperous future with educational justice for all. Thank you. Gracias. Virishte Kwanakutocha. Thank you.
At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of the lark. Through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. And you'll never walk alone. When you walk through the storm, hold your head upright, and don't be afraid. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky and a sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Adrienne McCormick, the Provost at the University of Redlands. It is my honor to recognize outstanding faculty award recipients. Several of our honorees joined us during our morning ceremony, but I'm happy to take a moment now to recognize Dr. Johannes Munoz, who was awarded the Outstanding Innovation Teaching Award. Johannes isn't able to be with us this evening, yet I'd still like to acknowledge the exceptional contributions he makes to our university community. Please join me in honoring his accomplishments. Now I'm honored to recognize a faculty member who will be retiring from the University of Redlands at the end of this academic year, Dr. Eddie Smith from the Conservatory of Music. Dr. Smith served the university for 34 years as director of bands and the Woodwind Ensemble. Please join me in recognizing the many years of service this esteemed faculty member has given to student learning at the University of Redlands. Now I invite President Newkirk and honorary degree recipient Stephen Jones to the podium.
This year, the University of Redlands is pleased to welcome Stephen Jones, class of 2000, who is the recipient of an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Steve Jones is the global chairman and chief executive officer of Allied Universal, the world's preeminent security and facility services provider. With operations in 100 countries, Allied Universal is the trusted partner to more than 400 of the Fortune 500, the third largest private employer in North America and seventh in the world. Under his leadership, Allied Universal has grown from $12 million in revenue to over $21 billion in revenue with over 800,000 employees. A recognized industry leader, Mr. Jones has earned numerous accolades, including Inc. magazine's Top Job Creator Award, the Vistage International Leadership Award, and Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year Award. He is also a frequent contributor to several major news outlets, including CNN, Forbes, Bloomberg, and the Wall Street Journal. Jones is the author of No Off Season, The Constant Pursuit of More, a motivating playbook for achieving more in business, leadership, and life. At this time, it is my privilege, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands, to present you, Stephen Jones, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, as evidenced by the presentation of your doctoral hood, and by the presentation of the diploma of the University of Redlands, signed by the Chair of the Board of Trustees and embossed with the seal of the university, recognizing your outstanding accomplishments. By the authority vested in me by the State of California and the University of Redlands Board of Trustees, I present to you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the University of Redlands, and thank you to President Newkirk for inviting me to speak here today, and thank you for awarding me with an honorary doctorate degree. I am beyond grateful. I also am a product of the community college system. Saddleback Junior College, Mission Viejo, California. And I will tell you, from now on, all my friends and family and coworkers will be referring to me as Dr. Jones. So, congratulations to all of you graduates. You all have worked very hard to accomplish this, and you should be very proud of your achievements. I know how hard you worked, because 25 years ago, I sat right there where you sit, waiting for my name to be called and to come up on stage and to get my degree. It's amazing when I look back on my experience at the University of Redlands. See, I went to the University of Redlands to attain a master's degree, so it would help me be prepared for when I left what was then Universal Protection Service, a small $12 million a year security guard company with 400 employees. See, I always wanted to prepare myself to be in a position to interview for a bigger and better job, to get a CEO job of a big company that was well thought of and that I could take pride in. So that's why I went to the University of Redlands. I wanted to be the CEO of a great company, something in pharma or telecommunications, something cool and sexy. And those were the hot industries back then when I was graduating. And that's where I wanted to be. What most people don't know is I never wanted to be in the security industry. It was in my last semester at the University of Redlands, I had to write my thesis to graduate. I understand you guys still have to do that today? Yep, okay. So I wrote my thesis on a buyout of a small privately held security company. At the time, I was looking at possible options to see if I could buy out the original founders of Universal Protection Service. It was in doing my thesis to graduate that my eyes were opened that it could be possible to get this done. Of course, how I wrote up my thesis and how it actually worked out were completely different. But having to do the project to graduate helped me formulate a plan as I was forced to research and document my strategy. So I am super thankful to the University of Redlands for helping provide me with the confidence that it was possible for me to make my plan come to fruition. My message to all of you today is twofold. First, the world is complicated and complex, and doing business globally is even more difficult and more complex than ever before. From rules and regulations to now uncertainty with tariffs, running a global business is extremely difficult, and it takes leadership at all levels to navigate the many obstacles that stand in your way. There are many definitions of leadership. Mine is simple. Leaders inspire people to accomplish things they don't normally think they can do. Whether you are in education or you are in business, providing inspiration to others so that they can achieve something they believe is not possible is real leadership. So I challenge all of you to go out there every day and make an impact in someone's lives. At Allied Universal, we have thousands of stories of people starting as security officers, and today they run business units and regions, and several of them have become multimillionaires. Someone believed in them and led them to believe that the sky was truly the limit, and they took advantage of every opportunity to be great. My last bit of advice to all of you is, regardless of your major or what you're currently doing today, I want to challenge you to look for career opportunities that push you to grow your skill set, that challenge you to learn more. There have been lots of books written on finding your dream job and doing what you love. All of that is great if you are lucky enough to find it. But in reality, all of you will have to work. And for most of you, it won't be your dream job, at least in the beginning. As I said, I never desired to be in the security industry. It wasn't my dream job. It was supposed to be a stepping stone to something better. But what I didn't know is that learning so many new skills, I was exposed to so many new opportunities, and I was becoming much more valuable as a business leader by working in the security industry each and every day and growing the company each and every year. See, had I left to pursue the many opportunities that I've had over the years, I most likely wouldn't be in my dream job today. Today, I am the global chairman and CEO of Allied Universal. As President Newkirk said, a $22 billion company that operates in over 100 countries and employs over 800,000 employees. Today, I get to lead the third largest employer in the US and the seventh in the world. Today, I get to work with CEOs of over 400 of the Fortune 500 companies. Over the past 25 years, we have made Allied Universal cool. We have made Allied Universal super important in everyday lives for everyone in America, and for that matter, around the world. From the communities you live in, to the stores you shop in, to the stadiums and arenas you watch concerts or sporting events in, to the office buildings and businesses you go into every day, to college campuses and universities around the country. Whether you travel through airports or by train, or you go to a hospital or a medical facility, Allied Universal plays a huge part of keeping you and the rest of the world safe and secure. Today, that small little security company that I joined almost 30 years ago has turned into my dream job. I want to challenge all of you to look for a job that challenges you, that helps you grow and gain new skills. Find a job that pushes you to new levels that you never dreamed were possible. If you do that and you work tirelessly and gain and refine those skills, you may be lucky enough to create your dream job. Who knows, maybe several of you will create the next Allied Universal. Thank you for having me today, And congratulations to all of you for all of your accomplishments. Thank you very much.
The first degree we recognize this evening has been conferred posthumously to Jocelyn Mendoza, a Master of Arts in Learning and Teaching student in the School of Education who tragically passed away earlier this year. Jocelyn was deeply loved by her family, her peers, and all who had the privilege of knowing her. She made a lasting impression on this community. Her classmates and professors spoke often of her warmth, her dedication, and her deep passion for education. Her absence is felt profoundly across our campus, and this evening we honor not only her academic journey, but the legacy she leaves behind. Jocelyn's family is with us today, and it's my honor to invite her mother and stepfather to the stage to accept her degree.
Good afternoon. I'm Tom Horan, Dean of the School of Business and Society, and it's a delight to be here today to honor our students in what they've done in a variety of different degrees. As I read them, if the candidates for the following degrees and certificates could please stand and remain standing. Certificate in Human Resource Management, Master of Science in Organizational Leadership, Master, am I seeing people stand? Master of Business Administration. And the newest one, Master of Science in Business Analytics. President Newkirk, the candidates whose names are printed in the program have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for graduation or soon will do so and are recommended by the School of Business and Society faculty for their certificates and degrees.
All right, are you ready? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands and the laws of the state of California, I confer upon you the respective certificates and graduate degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Candidates, you may be seated and you will be ushered to the stage so that we may individually recognize you.
Master of Science in Business Analytics. Himanshi Alahokon. Leo Mark Del Rosario Ibarola. Arlena
Deidra Gibson. Jolie Estrella Carapusan. Taivaru Andrei Muresan. Ulissa Garcia. Madiha Hajira Saida. Robert Ortiz. Yvette Silvestra Museas. Taryn Tahoe Din. Futi Win. John Paulo Madrid Deos. John Pusatari. Justin M. Clay. Alan Lopez. Emily Ochocha. Marissa Isabel Magana. Angela Brianna Ramirez. The Master of Science in Organizational Leadership. Adam James Alipian. Noemi Goyena Varro. Kristen Renee Gonzalez. Daniela Piper. Gina Habib. Harry James Moore IV. Tomas Guillermo Garcia. Maria Teresa Diaz. Ryan James Zimmer. Michael James Reeves. Anna Trong Nelson. Ali Anderson. Anthony Kevin Benitez. Muhammad Zaid Sayoud. Diana Elizabeth Melgar. Caitlin Ray Crawford. Sarah Gorgatelli. Michael Redwood. Stephen L. Jennings. Michelle Lynn Crossfer. Stephen Wayne Anderson. Isaac Spiegel. Jeremy Palacio Tulo. Ibrahim Lourdes Lubib Bedrous. Teresa Ann Carlisle. Aurora Baraza. Brenda Ortiz Canderu. Andrea Michelle Solorzano. Janelle Renee Braran Murray. Christina Luisa Salinas. Yesenia Sanchez. Kristen Marie Guillen. Juliette Kim Buchler. Emily Anna Swagart. Marcella Marina Medina. Stephanie Blair Thompson. Selena Christina Luna. Barbara Carrillo Leon. Crystal Alvarez. Amber Janine Williams. Marissa Yvette Ayala. Kelly Macias. Eric Varquez Bernaldez. Dylan Keith McGilvery. Caleb Christensen Haig. Mikey Duran. Katie Camille Albury.
Master of Business Administration. Troy T.C. Williams. Marcel Joel Singleton. Emily Renee Candido. Jamie Lee Casillas. Delaney Wallace. Kushi Vimalbai Shah. Eleanor Ineyosa Makayan. Amanda Victoria Lee. Oh. Sterling Thomas Eller. Craig Eugene Hernandez. Geldi Johannes Mabikere. Leah Nipo Museno. Caress Jade Johnson. Maya Alejandra Barragan. Elsa Gutierrez Olguin. David Matthew Berry. Bodana Junco. Robert Paul Gonzalez. Seneca Sequin Silva. Taylor Jules Goldman. Madison Brooke Ellenberg. Jolena Makia. Chelsea Nicole Cates. Eric Christian Davies. Audrey Ray Lane. Gabriela Herrera Barriga. Nicholas Matthew DiTrapani. Mark Whalen. Jasmia Jarrell Moore. Demi Olson. Giovanni Alexander Trujillo. Michael Adam Montgomery Jr. Katie Nebours. Shannon Elizabeth Sunnergren. Valerie Lynn Castro. Alexis Worsham. Samantha Kathleen Gomez. Natalie Marina Horton. Joseph M. Bennett. Matthew Sevilla Leasing. Jamail Bonner. Russ Andrew Martin. Brandon Kyle Elder. Wagdi Yunun Tawadrus. Danny Michael Felix. Jorge Luis Andrade Cortez. Brogdon Griffin Getman. Christopher Andrew McKinley. Andrew Buyu. Stephen Douglas Wilson. Sean Johnson. Sarveen Kamanian. Adriana Rodriguez. Annabelle Barajas. Adrian Daniel Garcia. Matthew Paul Whitney. Manuel Andrew Suarez. Selena Macias. Bianca Jimenez. Nestor D. Nevarez. Sonia Reddy.
Good evening. I'm Justin Rose, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and tonight I have the distinct honor of presenting the graduates from the college. Will the candidates for the following degrees and certificates from the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? Certificate in Geographic Information Systems. Masters of Geographic Information Systems. Master of Music. Master of Public Policy Administration. And Master of Science, which includes GIS and Communication Sciences and Disorders. President Newkirk, the candidates whose names are printed in the program have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for graduation or soon will do so and are recommended by the College of Arts and Science faculty for their certificates and degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands and the laws of the state of California, I confer upon you the respective graduate degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may be seated until you are ushered out by row to come forward so we can recognize you individually.
Master of Geographic Information Systems. Adam Wikasa Wakoli. Master of Science in Geographic Information Systems. Brandy A. Sims. Master of Science, Communication, Sciences and Disorders. Emily Vega Villalobos. Maerica Osue. Monica Cruz. Daniela Molina Ayon. Danielle Dorado. Leonardo Medina Ruiz. Rebecca Monet Aguirre Rios. Jenna Al-Zubaydi. Mackenzie Stevie. Riley Renee Jarrell. Madison Paige Alves. Kathy Wynn. Hannah Nicole Burr. Sabrina Osterhout. Victoria Rowland. Jasmine Monet Sandova. Kyla Tanner. Master of Public Policy Administration. Cassandra Annette Estrada. Antoine Bernard Sepp. Abigail May Bates. Carl X. Zagovia. Caitlin Mikhail Wizar. Japjit Singh Upal. Cynthia Courtney Warren. Eduardo Rivera. Master of Music. The following two students are the first to graduate from the University of Redlands with the degree Master of Music in Kodali Pedagogy, Kodai. They live in Australia and are joining us today via the live stream. Jonathan W. Golter. Haley Alexandra McDonald Burns.
I'll move over to this one. Michael David Staff. Derek L. Williams. Emily Linmo. Christopher Daniel Figueroa. Taryn O'Neill Hall. Catherine Lee Hartman. Angel Gabriel Rivas. Abigail Rodriguez. Tong Zhao. Jezreel Arisa Sanchez. Kayla C. Rios. Man loves them. Hannah Marie Ridge. Nathaniel Isaac Romero. Jared Stephen Campbell. Emma Rose Gregan.
Good evening. My name is Brian Charest, and I'm the interim dean in the School of Education. I'm honored to be here with all of you this evening, and I'm so proud of all our School of Education graduates. Will the candidates for the following degrees and credentials from the School of Education please stand and remain standing? California Service Credential, California Teaching Credential, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Education, and Doctorate in Education. President Newkirk, the candidates whose names are printed in the program have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for graduation or soon will do so and are recommended by the School of Education faculty for their credentials and degrees.
Education graduates, are you ready? I knew you were. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Redlands and the laws of the state of California, I confer upon you the respective credentials or graduate degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may sit down until you are dismissed by row to come forward so that we can recognize you individually.
Shake their hand anyway. Zobaczę. California Teacher Credentials. Carolyn Andrade. Carolina, sorry. Angelina Polo. Alyssa Caitlin Day. Stephen Reed Spellacy. Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Leslie Ann Bela. Yuna Lee Kwok. Brian Lincoln Dick. Oscar Salgado. Emma Enur Allard Kirchner. Samantha Marie Valdez. Joette Nicole Orman. Lauren Marie Lynch. Caitlin Ashley Rose Webb. Master of Arts in Education. Pichara Wong. Jennifer Selders. Haley Pamela Gardner. Audrey Gonzalez. Angel Holt Moreno. Antonio Rico Cadena. Michelle Contreras Portugal. September Dawn Dancel. Daisy Kim Kendall Hudson. Arturo Jimenez. Natanicha Somsamai. Corey Denise Hernandez Lopez. Allison Kobayashi. Vivian Justine Cervantes Ceja. Jenna Raylene Sarceno. Julian Victoria Lackey. Julianne. Sarah Nicole Thomas. Sylvia Kennedy. Kelly Johnston. Casey Jean Popa. Catalina Robles. Elizabeth Rose Landers. Ira Jocelyn Torres Velasquez. Christian Elijah Anderson. Giselle Navarro Herrera. Joanna Marilyn Reyes. Viviana Eliza Balon. Nicole J. Ajedo. Alexis Raquel McFarland. Samuel Armando Castro Maron. Oscar Belun. Camare Raquel Dueñez. Luis Alfredo Garcia Romo. Alondra Cantoran. Karen Contreras. Andrea Jimenez. Daniela Marino Hernandez. Marina Angelina Arroz. Say Maquin Mendoza. Regina A. Wilbert. Wiebert. Third time. Wybert. Giovanna Alexis Gandara. Ryan Torres Lagunas. Andrew Rico. Caitlin A. Espinoza. Nicholas Lewin. Cynthia Lizette Acosta. Kelsey Renee Haynes. Andrew Jose Salas. Jacob Vang. Alexandra Marie Renner. Sarah Maria Meñez. Raquel Marie Pantaleon. Emily Ann Dominguez. Isaac Autry Lee Fowler. Jessica Scott. Melissa Maldonado Laredo. Maggie Maria Ayala. Litzy Orozco. Mariah Jean Thielemann. Jacob Swartz. Jamie Ali Perez. Amanda Anna Marie Henninger.
Maria Guadalupe Alvarez. Michelle Marlene Gonzalez Giros. Ashley Mungia. Emma Marie Thomas. Sandra Zarate. Aria Michelle Davis. Lorena Deshawn Watley. Cicely Escalante Martinez. Andrea Allende. Veronica Resendiz. Princess Berry. Jasmine Perez. Angela Fonseca. Stephanie Conchola. Sadid Saldana. Brittany Gibson. Wendy Trinidad. Joanna Gonzalez. Natalie Ferris. Elizabeth Lopez. Lizeth Vega. Alyssa Raylene Leva. Rosia Espinoza Soto. Taylor Renee Castro. Richard Seymour Ferguson, Jr. Skylar Rose Miller. Iridian Guadalupe Sanchez. Viridiana Arlent Montiel Najera. Alejandra Flores. Xavier Lira. Millie Montserrat Mondragon. Erica Nicole Munoz. Rosangelica Gastelum. Guadalupe Calderon Ayala. Esmeralda Perez Bravo. Bianca G. Bravo. Samantha Danae Juarez. Christina Ashford. Maria Guadalupe Croft. Brian Daniel Pip. Daniel Ryan Izal. Shane Allen Beamer. Timothy T. Vong. Salvador Pedro Galindo Montellano. Manuel Antonio DJ Manny Fresco Ocampo. Josephine Lizelle Corpus Nazar. Daisy Vanessa Sandoval. Savannah Faith Tesmer. Liza Mejia. Esmeralda Diaz. Paula Oruz. Pamela Beatrice Hosbun Torres. Chelsea Jean Chastain. Davina Sanchez. Samantha Guevara. Isabel Rodriguez. Aitza Magali Jimenez Arce. Savannah Joe Lockhart. Alexia Sanchez. Annette Selena Mata. Jacqueline E. Mendoza. Jacqueline Jimenez. Paola Rodriguez. Corinne Ray Nagel. Brockton Drew Bronner. Aliana Marina Munguia Ramirez. Amber Nicole Diaz. Jennifer Samantha Lopez. Roxanne May McConnell. Caitlin Kennedy White. Lizette Alejandra Ocampo. Lorena M. Bustillos.
Natalie Luna. Alma Sofia Callejas. Renee Denise Perez. Nicole Simone Massaro. Melissa Ann Mulcahy. Jessica Lynn Gill. Arish Ali Al-Najjar. Carly Ramirez. Jillian A. Garcia. Logan Melek Sperlin. You want to try it again? Mallory Ann Larson. Miles Jonah Herrera. Laisha Arlene Torres. Jessica Maria Castro. Cindy Lee Harder. Matthew Thomas Olona. Ali Virvong. Jorge Luis Dorador Gonzalez. Andres Mendoza. Martin Garcia. Naomi Warkua Smith. Juliana Ocampo. Erica Gallardo. Samantha Estefania Chedez. Juan Pablo Vargas. Marcus Antoine Matthews. Cheyenne Caitlin Hamilton. Danielle Ryan Murrah-Smith. Amanda Victoria Fernandez. Daniel Enrique Mercado. Adam Edward Van Loel. Marco Arcos. Daphne Abigail Marroquin. Jacqueline Michelle. Jacqueline M. Lujano Lopez. Elizabeth Ann Jaramillo. Natasha Carolina Fernandez. Valerie Ann Warren. Mara Carolyn Beckor Schlitt. Ann Louise Tapia. Chloe Marissa Kennedy. Brittany Brianna Hoff. Megan Ariel Almado. Desiree Cassandra Ojeda. Jacob Andrew Duran. Christian Andrade. Navar Garcia. Delia Sanchez. Leah Mulan Bentoy Clark. Amber Lynn Bamer. Nadia Ali Saeed. Samantha Madrigal. Karen Del Real. Jocelyn Romero. Berenice Moron. Jasmine Torres. Destiny Sheehan Hunter. Jaime Velez. Take a breath. Crystal Denise Ramirez. Diane Stephanie Perez. Ashley Perez Garcia. Maria Bobadilla Sanchez. Sandra Guadalupe Mendoza Garcia. Michael Ryan Bagishi. Michelle Christine Aguirre Cedillo. Leslie Johnson. Irvin Mendez. Luke Laderoute. Isla Paulette Sanchez. Madeline Alejandra Verdin. DeAndre Allen Ciego. Eliza Baltazar Ebro Rivera. Maribel Cruz Nakahara. Tatiana Nicole DeLay. You want to do these or? You go ahead. First their name and then the title.
Doctor in Education. Heather Avila. Why do African American educational leaders dress up? How does the perception affect how African American educational leaders present themselves in the workplace? And her chair is Dr. Pauline Reynolds. Tracy L. Ovia Parks. Bakhtin's Carnivalesque in the Classroom, a qualitative study of power and resistance in the high school composition classroom. Dissertation chair, Dr. Michaela Bjork. Miriam Annette Martinez. Navigating Academic Challenges, the Role of Positive Connections in the Success of Former Foster Youth. Her chair is Dr. Adriana Alvarado. Minerva I. Clayton, Sense of Belonging and Validation, Multicultural Inclusive History Curricula. Her dissertation chair is Dr. Brian Charest. Nora Osama Sarsour Shurbaji. First generation BIPOC undergraduate students' sense of safety and belonging. Dissertation chair, Adriana Ruiz Alvarado. Tina May Langenfeter. Building a culturally responsive school climate, practices and challenges from the perspective of elementary school principals. And her dissertation chair is Dr. Jose Lales. Michael Eugene Arrington, using restorative justice as a strategy to improve school climate in Southern California high schools. His dissertation chair is Dr. Michaela Bjork. Nalik K. Davis, Jr., exploring the complex interplay of ecological and environmental systems and factors impacting African American male high school students' academic experiences and graduation rates. His dissertation chair is Dr. Rocio Mendoza. Catherine Ruby Vega Nunez. English Learners, College and Career Readiness and Leaders, Dissertation Chair, Dr. Rocio Mendoza. Rosie Elisa Rezo. Children of Digital Disparities, Redefining Marginalization in a Digital Age. Her dissertation chair is Dr. Ann Blankenship Knox. Muhammad Yasser Mahmood, Navigating Dual Worlds, a comparative phenomenological study of Muslim student experiences in public and Muslim K-12 schools in Southern California. His dissertation chair is Dr. Brian Sharesk.
Congratulations to each of you who have earned this distinction, and I welcome you to the Society of Collegiate Scholars and to our prestigious alumni community. Next, I will ask Chaplain Walsh to close with a benediction before our students lead us in singing the Alma Mater, which is on the back of your program. Following the Alma Mater, we will have a formal recessional led by the university's trustees and leadership, followed by our faculty, and then by the graduates. So please remain standing and wait for your row to be excused at the end. After we exit the stadium, family members and guests are invited to join us on the lawn just outside of the stadium for a reception. Thank you all, and congratulations, class of 2025.
Let us pray. May the holy and sacred bless you and keep you. May that which is sacred shine light upon you and be gracious unto you and fill you and empower you now and forever. Amen.
Oh, that dear all you afar, them with a tear, that dear old